Brianna Wu is now threatening to sue me, and I couldn't make this up if I tried. I had a pretty basic response on X to Brianna Wu, and where it went from this, not even I could have guessed. Brianna Wu on X said, Legend of Zelda, a universe where Link turns into a wolf, becomes a painting. The moon has a face, and it's going to destroy the world. Your hat talks, and you control armies with bananas. But a trans woman playing Zelda, that's unrealistic. And I replied to this just casually saying, yeah. Glad you understand where lines get drawn. And have since over 4 times ratioed him 500 likes to this has 2,000. And Brianna Wu, or as Google calls him, John Walker Flint, who cosplays as a woman, says, maybe worry about your defamation lawsuit more and less about Zelda. And I said, you turned Gamergate threats into a media moment and launched a legal fund to go after critics. Save it, hun. I should have put hun in quotes there. That was a mistake by me. Whoops. But both true. If you research the history of this Brianna Wu character, they were one of the initiators of the original Gamergate, and they pushed it forward to push an agenda, and then kind of took a big step back out of the limelight. For the past few years, no one really heard much from this quote-unquote Brianna Wu character until the Zelda situation to clearly push some sort of trans ideology that has no place in the Zelda series whatsoever and never did. But regardless of that, I just kind of spit some facts at John Walker Flint. And he said, I literally did not do that. Maybe I should sue you for defamation. So when I say that I'm being threatened to be sued by Brianna Wu, I'm not exaggerating. This actually happened. I should have said, please get in line. I can only have a maximum of 1 lawsuit at a time. But what I did say was, that would be very on brand for you. Ironically, you're proving me right. Maybe stay the F out of where you don't belong. Which, once again, I don't know if you guys realize, this is on his X account. And my replies to him are getting 640 likes, 385 likes. His are getting 6 and 2. So I just feel like the community is trying to speak up and say, stop it, go away. We don't want people pushing trans ideology in our video games. And this doesn't stop here. It continues because, like I said, this John Walker Flint character has found a new grift, I guess you could say, in Zelda, and trying to push trans ideology on kids, because that's what these people always try to do. Brianna Wu follows it up saying, I'm going to leave the comments off, except to the people I follow, which already tells you that they're going to say something extremely brain-numbingly stupid, and they can't stand getting any kind of critical feedback. But I want to explain a bit more about the Hunter Schafer thing and my thinking, or lack thereof. I've been playing Zelda literally since 1986 when it came out. Wow. So how are you even tweeting this? That's a lot of Zelda. You haven't even put the controller down. And I feel very strongly that Zelda is at its best when it's a little surreal and weird. Oh wait, so now trans people you're admitting are weird. Okay. Gamers tend to agree with me. And this is where most people stop reading because they're like, you know what? I'm out. No, they didn't. No, I'll take things that never happened for 2,000, Alex. Muhora's mask. I think Majora's Mask. And Twilight is that's not how you spell Majora's Mask. What is it? I need to go check the spelling of Majora's Mask. That doesn't look right to me. And Twilight Princess are both beloved for a reason. These are both super bizarre games. So now trans people are super bizarre? What is he trying to say here? Okay, yeah, thank you. I'm like, it's not Muhora, unless he's playing the Spanish version, which maybe that's a diehard Zelda fan right there. It's 1986 playing Muhora's Mask. These are both super bizarre games with unsettling art. So are trans people unsettling and super bizarre? What is he trying to say? So the idea of a trans woman, there's no such thing as a trans woman. That is a mental illness. That is a man cosplaying as a girl. Playing Zelda to me is genuinely fits the version of the universe I love best. Unsettling and weird, super bizarre. Hunter as Zelda would be cool and weird and sexy and beautiful and a little surreal. Oh my God. Get a padded room. Do I actually think Nintendo is going to hire her? Of course not. The Super Mario movie played it as safe as possible, and I'm sure this will too. But that's still the version I think would be most interesting. The deluge of comments yesterday were just flat out hateful and embarrassing. Oh my God. We're going back to the hateful rhetoric, hateful bigotry, hateful people. It's people that are giving their opinion, being critical of your standpoint. It's not hate. Disagreement is that equal sign with a line through it. It does not equal hate. Criticism is criticism. Criticism is not hate. It is astonishing to me just how much people feel as if it is socially acceptable to say the most degrading, awful things to trans women. Well, it's probably because, again, there's no such thing as trans women, and people are trying to let you know that as nice as they can, but you probably take it the wrong way because you want to live in your little fantasy world that we don't live in. We live in the real world. We like to play video games for escapism, but we put the controller down. We go back to living in the real world after that. It's disturbing to me how openly this hate is just openly, flatly saying, you don't want trans women hired. We want trans women, at least me. I can speak for myself. I want men that believe they're women to get the help they need psychologically. That's not hate. That is hope. Very, very different. Same amount of letters, and they both start with the same letter. So hired because of what we are. What, crazy? Insane? Mentally unwell? What is it? There's nothing less American than being an open bigot like this. Oh, God, I love this country. This is a very dark moment for trans women. Again, don't exist. It's being led by Elon Musk and J.K. Rowling and a well-funded right wing. Oh, here we go. It's the same talking points. The right wing project to push us out of the public life. No one's pushing you out of the public life. You're welcome to do whatever the hell you want to do when you close your bedroom door. But coming out and telling everyone what you do, is just weird. It's just weird. I don't know what else to say. I honestly don't know if we're going to survive this. Well, what's the survival rate of trans women? I wonder what the percents are on that. That would be something he should probably research. But I do think there's value in the public seeing what y'all are. What, based, intelligent, like understanding what reality is, like what, which is simply hateful, frothing bigots. Our movies and television shows have people like you as the villains for the reason. Normal people don't like this behavior. Is there a mentally unstable, unwell person trying to tell me what a normal person is? That is fascinating. That is fascinating. So I wanted to highlight this just to point Brianna Wu, or as Google knows him as better, John Walker Flint, and his fantasy world that he is living in. I wish him well and hope he's able to get the help he needs. But threatening lawsuits for just saying I think it's crazy to think that Zelda should be trans is just a little bit too far gone for me. And yeah, I think Brianna Wu should stay in his lane and maybe get out of the lane he's in and figure out what lane to be driving in properly, because this ain't it. And I'll leave that there.